the chase and the hunt, and I set the pace when I'm running. I always take what I want and I always give it 100. Don't need a bank, no I'm funded. Play the game like it's nothing. I'm always thankful for something. Don't take for granted, stay humble. Now
Alright guys, welcome back. We just got loaded up. We're here at a terminal here in Tacoma. Never been to before. Working with a broker I really don't work with. I just don't like the way they conduct business. Not that they're a bad broker or anything. But we're moving this empty container to Spokane. It is actually Tuesday. Now I saw this load yesterday. It's not exactly a great load. It's a low profit margin. But man, there's just nothing going on this week over here in Tacoma. There's a couple short runs. They're paying like 400 bucks. But the problem with those are they're taking you into dead areas where you're gonna have to deadhead back, and then you're just losing your profit. So I'm hoping we can get something out of Spokane and get loaded up, but we may have to come back and just run these containers all week, and hopefully that small margin of profit will benefit us, because it sounds like there's quite a bit of these containers. But the only time will tell. Let's go ahead and hit the road. I-90 is blasting rock for the expansion of the highway, so I don't want to be on the highway when they're going to be doing that, because that's going to be a horrible traffic jam. So still early. It is actually almost noon now. Just takes time. You book a load, the brokers take forever, and then you actually have to get all your stuff in your truck to be on the road for a couple weeks. You need to go get your trailer, and then you gotta get to the location and load up. It all takes time, but we're loaded, so we'll see in a little bit. Well, the construction on I-90 is supposed to start at 6:30, and it's 1:45, and we've been in this traffic for, I don't know, at least 30 minutes. So obviously whatever they're doing is causing major backups even before they do the full highway closure for the rock blasting. Not really exciting, you know. Thought I wouldn't have to deal with the traffic, but if this is what it's like now, this is just gonna be sitting cars when they decide to shut it down. It's gonna be a bad day. Alright guys, we're on site. Pretty nice facility here at Station. Nice little owner-operator, small business owner. But we're gonna go ahead and get this thing unloaded, and I don't know what's gonna go on. There's so many trucks coming in here. The load board's not looking too hot, but we'll see what we could do. Alright guys, wanted to show you the mileage. 300 miles, 7.6 miles per gallon, carrying a high cube. Paid 800 bucks, $2.66. So decent. But yeah, we're kind of struggling to get a load. Found a broker in Montana, which is a 3-hour drive from here. It's a lumber load. The broker's good, but the broker was trying to rush me and had an accent, and I don't know, just kind of made me feel uncomfortable. Don't mean to be judgy, but just kind of made me feel uncomfortable, and more of the fact that he was trying to rush me to sign up and get this load immediately, which I wasn't ready to do. I wanted to come here and have some breakfast. I'm here at the Petro here in Spokane. This is actually a really nice truck stop inside. I was chatting with a dude with the RGN trailer right here, some Cuban guy. Really cool guy to talk to. Helped him with some maintenance on his trailer, and yep, now it's almost 11 o'clock, and I'm just trying to make the judgment call if I want to stick around here in Spokane, which I'm just not seeing loads coming out of Spokane. I'm seeing loads either coming out of Missoula or they're coming out of Tacoma. And I've messaged on the Missoula and Montana loads with the brokers that I'm familiar with, and they're just not wanting to pay. It seems like they're not emailing me back with my quote, so I'm thinking I'm just gonna deadhead back home and get another load out of that area, because honestly I just don't really enjoy sitting at a truck stop all day and then all day tomorrow. You know, it adds up. Time is money. I know I can get a load out of Tacoma area, so I'm trying to book a load for Tacoma before I leave. So I'm gonna spend a little bit more time trying to secure something for tomorrow, but most likely I'm gonna deadhead back home. All right, guys, we're back here in Tacoma. One thing about this location is you can see a lot of freezer units, and there's a lot of people, and they have to test every freezer before it leaves. And so yesterday this lady was telling me that sometimes there's so many freezer units that need to be checked, and flatbeds aren't a big thing. Normally they're semi like that, you know, container trailers. And she was saying that she might have to kick us out to secure a load somewhere on the street. And there's no, I just drove down the street and looked today, and I'm like, there's nowhere to pull on the side and do anything. So this lady's crazy. If she tries kicking me out, I ain't going nowhere. I'm securing my load. But yeah, I was just thinking about that because that's what she told me yesterday, and it kind of rubbed me the wrong way. I'm like, how can you do that? That's not safe at all. But I'm gonna get back to it. They're getting ready to get my information. All right, guys, we're all loaded up, secured. Now the only downside to this load is there's no forklift pockets here on the side, so it has to lift it up in the back, and they put it all the way forward. So I'm not sure how he's going to get this off. He might have to try to pick it up from the side, which he didn't really like. So I don't know. I'm looking at the back, and that's in there. The handles weren't locked, so I locked all those up. Got the corner protectors on and everything. But maybe he could pick it up from this side, because it's more, there's more meat on the other side of the trailer for it to catch and not slide off. Not exactly sure. I'm gonna have to talk to him and let him know. You know, they got it pushed all the way up here, so he can't exactly pick up from the back of the trailer and tilt it forward because it's already hitting. So we'll see what his thoughts are on that and how to fix it. But let's hit the road and enjoy this nice sunshine we got out here way up there. All right, guys, we're at our location. Pulled into this parking lot over here so I can unstrap, but you can see there's a lot more deck space available on this side, and it's all the way up on here, so you can't pick it up from the back, and it's pushed pretty much all the way over here. So I'm gonna pull up in a ways into the driveway over here so that he could pick it up from this end, pick it up from the middle, pick it up, put a piece of wood underneath it so he can lift it. Typically they try to lift it from the back. Actually, there's a nice gap under here. He might be able to swing under here nicely and pick it up, so it's gonna work out. It's not the first time I've had to unload from the side. Oh, it's not the best. Normally they got forklift pockets, but this one doesn't. So let's go ahead and get this thing unloaded and figure out what we're gonna do, if we're gonna get another load or if we're gonna go visit some family for the weekend. All right, guys, well, the guy in charge over here just came up again, And I tried to give him a benefit of a doubt earlier this week. You know, everyone has an off day. But this guy's kind of a jackass. I mean, he's not extremely rude, so maybe not jackass, but he's just in a bad mood. And grumpy and not personal, not friendly at all. It doesn't make any sense, especially if you're a small business owner. You would think that you'd be nice and, you know, want to generate business from everybody. What if I was interested in buying one of his containers? I would not be interested in buying one of his containers after working with him. I mean, it's not extremely off. It's just, I don't get it. There should be, I don't know. You guys comment down below. Maybe I'm overthinking it, but I've worked with a lot of people now, and I've worked with some really bad people. He's not that. I'm not trying to say he's that. It's just, especially, most people are friendly, and I guess that's the word. He's just not friendly, and I don't get it. But we're gonna move past it and get our money and get up out of here. All right, I was gonna give an update and say, talk to him again and tried to explain how I'm trying to help him in the situation. And then he softened up and he was, you know, more personal. It's like he let his personality out. So I was like, oh, maybe he just, I don't know, he softened up. But then, you know, he accused me of like cutting in line when I didn't. And then as soon as it's my turn to go, this guy cuts me. So I don't know if this is like one of his everyday drivers or something that he uses, but you know, it's just, I don't know how to read this guy. You know, 1 second, you know, not that friendly, and next second he's kind of friendly, and then just back to not friendly. I don't know. I might not even put this in. Alright guys, well, we're unloaded. I am going to deadhead back home. I tried booking a load for Monday, but by the time I called, the load was gone. But TQL's been weird. They've been sitting on loads, not putting them on the load board, even though they have them. Everyone's trying to save $1. They're trying to see if the rates will go down the next day so they could save some money. But we'll stop somewhere along the way to try to book something for Monday. I did find a good load coming out of Montana, but I wouldn't be able to get there today, so I'd have to pick it up Monday, and then I'd just be sitting in my truck. You know, and that's no fun. And it's not like it was a great paying load. It was $3 a mile, but it was kind of picking up in the middle of nowhere in Montana and delivering definitely to the middle of nowhere in Montana. So that would have left me in a bad spot where potentially I would have to deadhead quite a ways out of Montana to get a load, at least 500 miles. So even though it was paying good, there was a bunch of downtime, potentially just sitting in my truck, where I could deadhead a shorter distance, cut my losses, enjoy my weekend, and book a load for Monday. So that's what we're gonna do. Same miles as last time, same pay as last time. So overall, the business probably profited $400 this week after expenses and after paying driver. We only did $1,600 this week. We didn't do the $2,000 that is our goal. But this is the first, I would say, kind of slow week. I guess last week was kind of slow too. I think we only did 1,800 last week. So you just gotta keep going, keep pushing, because there are those random loads, random days in random areas that pay good. I mean, the other day,
in 1 mile,
before I decided to deadhead home back to Tacoma to get another container, there were some good loads. but it had to be picked up that day and delivered the next day. And it was more just the time restraints and where I was at. I didn't feel comfortable making that promise to meet those deadlines. So it's not that the industry's bad. It's just a lot of it is time and place. And you have to be in the right place at the right time. And it's very hard to predict those scenarios. So just keep your head up, keep on pushing.
A quarter of a mile.
And the biggest thing is
Exit
that I
right.
found is
Fall
to
out.
stay moving and stay busy. And that is the best way to stay in business, really. I mean, no one that I know is making profit as far as the business
Exit
goes.
right.
The
Fall
business
out.
isn't really profiting money. It's just staying alive, paying the bills. So just try to stay positive out there, and we will catch you on the flip side. Have a good one.